Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today, I get to share a once-in-a-lifetime experience of my visit inside the world-famous Abbey Road Studios. On today's video I have included rare photos from my personal collection of inside the famous musical walls. Please can you like the video as it will massively help my little channel. Make sure you stick around until the end of the video for never-before-seen photos and footage from inside the home of the Beatles recordings. You won't be sorry. November 20th, 2021, is a day I'll never forget. After visiting Abbey Road Studios in the summer, convincing my wife to return wasn't easy, it wasn't cheap either. But since this time we could take photos inside the studio, I was determined to go again. By determined, I mean I begged for days and did all the chores. We arrived at London's Paddington station around 11 AM. I had planned a route to visit a few spots that would thrill any Beatles enthusiast like myself. Our first stop was 34 Montague Square, where John Lennon first lived with Yoko Ono. I was surprised I had never visited this one in London. Well, as you can see from the photos, I can finally tick that off my list. Next, we made a quick trip to 94 Baker Street, the former location of the Apple Boutique. Now just a mundane building, I had to show my wife the full psychedelic artwork that once adorned it. Of course, I snapped a photo of the famous blue plaque. Then it was off to the next stop, Paul McCartney's house. I couldn't believe I had never been there before, especially since it's just around the corner from Abbey Road, where I had been this past summer. What a lovely, posh street, and to think, in that seemingly simple, though undoubtedly expensive, house, some of the greatest Beatles songs were written. I took my photos quickly and checked the time. It was time for the main event at Abbey Road. Upon arriving at Abbey Road, the queues were long, but I didn't mind. As we walked up the famous steps, I felt that familiar thrill, just as I had in August. This time, with photos allowed in Studio 2, I was ready to capture everything. I had a full battery and went all out, the iconic control room steps, pianos, microphones, if it was there, I photographed it. A special shout out to friend, and birthday brother, John Barnard is due here. He tipped me off that during the lecture, they might ask if anyone played piano and then invite him to sit at one of the legendary pianos. I was ready. I positioned myself right next to the pianos, waiting for the moment. Sure enough, they asked, and before the question was fully out, my hand shot up. I was chosen. It was an absolute highlight of my life. We were asked to play an E major when instructed, and I let it ring out. I was playing A Day in the Life in Studio 2. A major bucket list item ticked. After that moment, everything felt surreal. As the lecture wrapped up, I decided to go for broke and play the Fool on the Hill piano nearby. I didn't care if they kicked me out, I had already peaked. I played it, sparking a chain reaction of audience members doing the same until security intervened. I left the studio, stepping into the night with unforgettable memories. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, I really appreciate it. Here are some photos from my time inside Abbey Road. Please like and subscribe as it means a lot to me and I appreciate every single one of you. Turn your notifications on for more exclusive content coming soon.